So what's going on, guys? Mr. Dalek JD here. Welcome back to some more Black Ops 3 Zombies on my channel, and today we're going to be discussing a few different things in Black Ops 3 Zombies, including Easter egg hints as well as storyline and potential DLC hints that were dropped by Jason Blundell on the Black Ops 3 Friday stream, which was really exciting as it's focused purely on zombies. We had a lot of stuff talking about the Giant, but we also had a lot of stuff talking about Shadows of Evil. I've made quite a few videos on this, so if you guys have missed any of my previous uploads, make sure to check them out by clicking the links in the description or by checking my channel. But today we're talking about a bunch of cool stuff. So to start off with, let's look a little deeper into what exactly we're going to be getting with the Giant, what new stuff are we going to be seeing, and how exactly does that fit in with our current zombie storyline and what it could mean for the future.
There's also a continuation of the core zombies story with the Giant bonus map.
Yes.
Why did you guys feel like that was important to kind of keep going in addition to put all of that hard work that you guys put into Shadows of Evil?
Well, I mean, if we rewind back, which is something we do in Zombies every so often, at the end of Black Ops 2, we had DLC 4, it's called Origins, and we kind of left the community on a little bit of a cliffhanger.
As you've been known to do.
A little bit of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, everyone. Or kind of not. The Giant is kind of the spiritual successor to Origins. And so when we were kind of thinking about it, Shadows needed to happen. And there's other aspects that come in DLC, but I felt like I couldn't leave the community hanging out too long. Mm-hmm. And so that's where the Giant kind of fits in. It's the kind of bridge and the connection between Origins back from Black Ops 2 coming into Black Ops 3.
Well, and let's talk a little bit about the map itself. Like it's based on Deris, which was, you know, the...
Yeah, Derise.
Oh, sorry.
I was corrected in Germany that I've been pronouncing it wrong all these years.
Yeah.
So Derise, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the Giant in German.
Yeah.
And it's basically a remastering of that space, but with the new mechanics as well. So the Gobblegum. Said it right again.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, it's got the Gobblegum system in there, new Easter eggs, new narrative system as well, and it's a different point in time. So it's not just a remake of that one, although spatially correct. It's a different point in time. So it's later on in our overall zombie lore and story.
Mm-hmm. So how exciting is that, guys? The Giant is literally a continuation on from Origins. The stuff in Shadows of Evil needed to happen, but also the fact that we need the Giant as well. It's kind of the starting point to really get the ball going with where Treyarch want to take the storyline for Black Ops 3 Zombies with our original characters, which is really hype. And there is a brand new Easter egg in there, which of course would make sense as it's a different time zone, if you get what I'm saying, compared to the original Doriza. That's actually how you pronounce it. But the question on everyone's minds, and this is a little bit early to ask, but what exactly are we going to be seeing in the DLC packs for Zombies? Jason actually gives us a really cool answer for this.
You alluded to it a little earlier, Jason, but can fans expect the Giant story to kind of, or the original core story to continue into the DLC season?
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity to. So there's a definite story that we're telling here, and with Black Ops 3 and our DLC to come, it allows us to kind of pick up some of the old threads that we'd left open for a while, close certain loops, open up new threads.
Yeah. More cliffhangers, I'm sure.
More cliffhangers, but really kind of give people each map being able to kind of, when they invest and look into it, connecting to even further maps. Because of that holistic approach we took in terms of thinking it all at once, it means we can actually put more seeds in building the maps going into the DLC.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but that just got me insanely hyped with him explaining about how many open threads they're going to create with more DLC maps. They're going to be closing threads, opening more threads, throwing more seeds, and it will make like older maps make a lot more sense when they are bringing this DLC. And they kind of want to do it in a way where all of the DLC will kind of connect with each other. And Jason said earlier in the stream that by the end of DLC 4, the last Zombies map, the Origins end cutscene will finally make complete sense, which in a way I'm very happy to hear, but also a little bit afraid of that, because that's almost like part of Zombies, like kind of finished in that sense. But I'm sure there'll be an even bigger cliffhanger dropped when the realization of what that Origins cutscene meant finally does happen. Now, we have a little bit more exciting information about Shadows of Evil and the scope of just the Easter eggs, and let's just take a listen to this.
The Easter eggs, or to pick up the eggs. Maybe. We have more Easter eggs than we've ever done before. We've with that extra time, and then more kind of Easter eggs that are connected to more significant parts of our overall story. Again, everything I say is just cryptic in some level.
Right,
but,
yeah.
Yes, the Easter eggs are more pick-upable.
Sounds like Milo has his work cut out for him.
He does, yeah. It's those guys are so good. They kind of the whole community. They're so driven in terms of jumping in there and discovering stuff and working it out. And every time I try and put one in, and I think they'll never get this, and they always get it in like at least a week. So, but this time I've got them. Yes, I might have a couple of good ones.
You can bet that we are going to try our damn hardest to try and find all these Easter eggs in Black Ops 3 Zombies, because that is just what we do. It's within the blood of every zombie player to find every single Easter egg, and it's going to be really, really exciting to see what these really, really hard to find Easter eggs actually will turn out to be, and if there's any rewards for finding these, which is going to be really, really exciting. But as you heard there, Jason says the amount of Easter eggs in Shadows of Evil is going to be more than any other Zombies map that has ever come before Shadows of Evil, which is exciting news. Now, the next topic we're going to talk about is buildables in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Let me know in the comment section which side you stand on, the side that enjoys buildables or the side that doesn't really mind or care too much about them. I mean, they can be useful, but if parts are like scattered across the entire map, it can be quite time consuming to go around and find all these parts just to build this one item. But let's hear what Jason has to say about buildables.
Sir Arnold asks, will crafting be returning, such as the zombie shield, which I think...
Yeah, craft. So, who'd have thought, right? So, these are, for zombies, it's very much the beginnings how zombies kind of appeared. It's about trying different things all the time. And when we first started doing craftables, we didn't know it would be something that would catch on and that people would enjoy. And the shield has become like a staple of the experience, a lot like the Pack-a-Punch machine or kind of the perks machines at different types. Yes, a buildable shield will be available. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Jason narrowed it down to just a zombie shield, but I bet there's going to be a few different items that we'll be able to craft. But we've seen the zombie shield in the Shadows of Evil trailer. It looks absolutely ridiculous, so I'm sure that'll be a fun buildable to use. Now, a few other questions that got answered were, can we actually pick the characters we play as? I would love if we could, because especially when playing Moon, if you want to be Richtofen with a golden rod, you had to keep restarting the game until you ended up being Richtofen. But in this, it's exactly the same as usual. You jump into a game, you'll be a random character picked out of how many other players are in the game. You can't select the character. But what they do have, which is pretty cool, is they have player proximity audio. So when certain characters are near each other at certain moments and during certain actions in the game, be it in a round or during an Easter egg objective, the characters will say specific audio quotes that relate to their character and the character near them, and the same for any other characters that are near them, which I think is pretty cool. And the final thing I want to mention in this video is someone asked if there was going to be any more game modes besides the classic survival mode. Now, in Black Ops 2, we had survival mode, we had turned, we had grief mode as well, and Jason said there is not going to be any other modes besides the survival mode that we know and love. Now, that doesn't rule out the fact that they could bring some in future DLC like they did with Turned, but it just felt like those game modes, Turned and Grief, were never quite fully finished, in my opinion. Just felt like there was some stuff missing and they could have been a lot better, so who knows. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Quite a lot of information in this video, but if you did enjoy it and you stuck around to the end, I appreciate that. Make sure to smack that like button if you made it to the end, and let me know your thoughts on any of the stuff mentioned in this video in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe for more Black Ops 3 zombie videos, and I'll hopefully catch you on another one very, very soon.